Hey everybody, it's Commander Clyde. Welcome back to another Duel Tierlist update. This is on the RWBY patch. You guys are probably getting tired of Duel Tierlists. Have 2 and 3 days, but this is what happens when you're watching the SMITE World Championship and you don't have time to get a video done. So here it is. I'm spitballing this. Anyway, if we take a look at what happened here, the big change was the Freya buff, as you know. So we got, well, they reverted it back to a previous version of her before her last rework. So if you see me look over here, it's because I have the patch open just to make sure I properly analyze this and get the gods in the right places. Anyway, she's got her old passive back with 15% lifesteal, her old Northern Lights with the extra bonus attack on the basic attacks, and then Aurora Blades. Which one is it? Yeah. Right, okay, it doesn't have the current ability names. It said Northern Lights has been reverted to Irradiate. This gives you the buff on your basic attacks, and then Pulse has been returned, which means you press it, you get the ranged auto attack, so it's no longer toggle, goes on cooldown like before. So with that, because it's similar damage numbers, that's actually gonna be a buff for her, and it'll probably move her up another tier. We'll see her picked a lot more often, see her banned a lot more often. You know, that's what you would expect with a buff character. They're gonna get banned more often, so does it really affect the meta of the game? Not as much, but that creates another god that you have to consider banning, which means somebody else gets through. And that's the real danger here. It's kind of a trap. Of course, before I wasn't banning Freya anyway. Even with her old version, her early game was still pretty weak, so I didn't worry about it too much. Anyway, moving on, Amaterasu got some nerfs here a little bit. Lost her damage, or had her damage on her ult decreased, less movement speed on Divine Presence, which is her 1. That's the thing you can toggle to get more power or movement speed, and it also heals over time. I've got her in S- right now, and I don't think that changes. This was kind of a tentative placement when I first put her in here. And then she got a little bit stronger, but the pick rate was still low, so keep her there. And now she's been nerfed, so that kind of just levels all that out. So she's not going to move. Cerberus doesn't move, he's a guardian. Alright, so our next thing is Discordia, and she got a damage buff, and the cooldown decreased on her 3. Which is a pretty big change and makes her more competitive, and I think I have her placed too low anyway, so I'm going to move her to S-. I think I disrespected this god a little bit. I thought because of her health pool and her lack of mobility she wasn't that great. I didn't think her damage was good enough, but I've seen her damage before, and if you can land it all, it's a very dangerous god, to say the least. Not S tier dangerous, but S-. It's a good spot. And then the god we can't talk about, still in A, which was probably low after her last buff. I never moved her. So, let's see. She's still going to have that shield, still going to have the same damage. So she should probably be in S- too. I didn't put her there. That was kind of a mistake from me. I should have had her in S- already. So she wouldn't have moved otherwise. If anyone's got a question about Yamoja, I haven't played her in Duel yet, so I don't know if this placement's going to change. I just put her in A as a placeholder because I figured that's about where she would be upon her availability in ranked. And we'll see what happens from there. Couple Susanoo changes, not big. Let's see, so Sylvanas got a buff on Verdant Growth. He can fire it over walls. He's a weird god in the fact that given the right build, he actually has the ability to one-shot certain gods. Or not certain gods, just kind of generally, but if you build a little bit of defense or go auto attack, if you're melee, you probably still beat him pretty easily. Honestly, I think this buff of him being able to use Verdant Growth over walls, it makes his buff stealing easier. He can also grab people through walls easier if he can hit his root, so that actually makes him competitively more viable. It's kind of a bizarre thing to do for a Guardian. They rarely get moved through tiers. But, you know, Sylvanas is a cheeky one. You can do some kind of hype plays if you know what you're doing. And then just taking a look at these Thorn tier nerfs, I don't think they are placement significant or competitively significant. Because tier's going to still have a lot of healing. Thor's still going to be Thor. Because all they did was nerf the damage on his ult and the lightning. But the rest of his kit is untouched, so he's still pretty good. Where did I even put tier? I can't find him. Has he been removed from... Am I blind? Wait, A+ is missing. Oh, I've been doing this the whole time and I didn't know. A+ is gone. Dude, what the heck? And it says there's no gods that aren't ranked. I think it's bugged. Okay, you know what? Those gods weren't going to get moved anyway, so we handled everybody that was here. I just went on and didn't even pay attention. The A+ was missing. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this tier list update here for Duel. Hopefully the mode will be back in the game again once they figure out this Bull Demon issue. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Check the helpful links down in the description below. And I'll see you guys later for some more Smite. Have a good one.